And welcome back to Luminary Leaders Live. My name is Shelly Harrison, and I'm always your host here on this show. And I have an amazing guest today. We had some fun in the green room, and we have some great information that she's going to share about what to expect in 2023 and maybe through the end of 2022. So you're going to meet her in just a moment. I want to give a big shout out to our show sponsor who is Dan Leonard, and with Endeavor Mortgage. They're located in Seal Beach, California. Although he's a great guy, you can reach out to him for any of your mortgage needs, financial, just whatever works for you with your properties and real estate. So without further ado, I want to welcome Kim Woods onto the show. And like I mentioned, she is a great guest, a business strategist, and also a master astrologer, and very intuitive. So Kim, welcome.
Thanks so much for having me, Shelly. I am so happy to be here.
Oh, I'm glad that you are. And I'm happy to have you here because this is one of the topics that I love. I get into, I look at sometimes people say that, looking at your astrology signs, if you're looking in the newspaper or online or whatever, that it's sometimes voodoo when you do that. But I don't believe that. I love looking at my astrology, whatever they have in store for me. So I would love for you to kind of share a little bit about yourself and your background and what gets you wildly excited about the work that you do, Kim.
Oh, I am so wildly excited. I am passion filled and unstoppable with it because I adore the fact that I have decades of business strategy experience. I've been in the C-suite for over 25 years. So yes, I'm dating myself as we're growing into our wisdom, right? Which we talked about before. And also with the gorgeous configuration of the integration between that business savvy, I have an economics degree, and with the astrology. So I love to be able to look forward and look into the future and see what's coming up and do it from that gorgeous limitless possibility of the stars, but then nestle it in with economics and look at the trends and then really solidify it with that business strategy.
Gosh, and I've been following you for, the videos that you've been doing and the insights that you provide. In fact, I watched one earlier today, and I know that today's a special day for superpowers. So let's start with that, because I think that's going to be intriguing for people that are watching. And I would love to hear kind of your take on that.
Yeah, so today is a full moon day, and you think, well, we have 12 or 13 of them a year, so what's the big deal? But here is a window into 2023 because it's the 7th today. It's actually numerologically, it's a 7-day. It's next year is a 7-year. And what 7 means is creating the chariot that's going to carry you to your future. It's going to help you achieve your goals, right? Isn't that luscious?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And there's other configurations in the stars, which I won't bore you with. I'm not going to go this planet and that planet. I'm just going to tell you the energy is wildly supportive of success, of love, of money, of romance, of big dreams and strategies. I mean, honestly, this is one of those days that you want to take full advantage of.
Oh my gosh. So when you say that, and I'm sure people get excited when they hear, that it's just going to be magical.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think are some of the things that, people should maybe think about when they're looking at, a day like today and really fully taking in today?
Absolutely. So we have launched a product that we have that's around the forecast. We launched it today. We did a press release today. Yep.
Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Thank you. I was super excited about that. We did massive outreach, lovingly to our current clients and our alumni, and we're nestling them into a private invitational only product. We've done, I'm doing this show with you, which I'm really excited about. Love being here. And so think about it for you and your company. Think about if there's outreach that you can still take advantage of today, or you can get it tomorrow too, because there's always a gorgeous, slow tail that happens with these luscious energies. So you can think about situating yourself tomorrow. If there's anything, say that's not your jam right now, say you're not in that cycle, that's okay. I would take pen to paper, or like you to your computer, and I would think about 2 or 3 of those lofty, like think lofty, because the
Mm.
energy is so lofty right now, to come up with 2 or 3 things that you're like wishes. Like, I wish
Huh.
next year. Excellent day to do
Yeah.
that.
So start with I wish and just kind of let that kind of take over.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's exciting because when I hear that you do business, you know, you're a business strategist, you work with a lot of companies. And when you think of, you know, astrology with business, you know, that's a really interesting dynamic because you almost can see the future and help your clients. And what do you think about that? Because that to me, that's where I go when I think of you and the work you do.
Oh, 100%. So I just
Yeah.
want to interject that JP Morgan had said that millionaires don't use astrologers, billionaires do. And there's like a whole list of politicians and business leaders and celebrities that use astrology. So if
Yeah.
there's some of your audience that's kind of like, well, I'm a little skeptical, we can start, we just interject that. But the
Yeah.
other but the other thing is, yes, I do with my one-on-one clients, I will go into their stars, and we open them up to their true life purpose, their own power signature, their money, essence, their leadership style, and it's not with any conditioning, Shelley. It's like it's pure because it's
Yeah.
their being without any sort of, well, this is the family you grew up in, or this is what you learned in school, or this is what you've done at other companies, and here's how you're coming to yourself. It's like, no, let's shed
Yeah.
all of that, and this is true to you and your unique style and energy signature. So
Yeah.
that's super exciting.
Yeah, no, that is. And I would imagine that it's a great experience because if you're really looking into their stars, you know, it's, I mean, when you think of a business owner, you know, a lot of times they're on an island on their own, or they, you know, they have big teams, small teams. I mean, they come in all sizes. And it's important to have that kind of that spiritual side, you know, to a degree, you know, where it's kind of not real woo-woo-y, but it's really, I mean, professional and it's straightforward and that's, you know, the work that you do with your clients. Give us an idea, you know, if you had a client, a fun story, kind of and you don't have to give the business name, but just something that is, you know, about the work that you do and somebody that you work with that was just mind-blowing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to say something that's going to sound a little annoying, but we get our minds blown every single day. So
I would imagine.
right, we
I
just
see
do,
that.
right? So yay, yes, and this is what I'm
Yeah.
so passionate about at work. So I can even go this week. Honestly, I can go this week and
Oh my
just
gosh, let's do that. Yeah.
right. And so there's a client, a husband and wife team that I have that's a salon out in California, and they
Oh,
have just shifted. Think about this brick and mortar business. We've been together since pre-pandemic, or I think right when the pandemic started. Helped them get through that. Her husband came into her business. She's cycled other people out, and why we did that is because her energy just supported that. She needed her own space, but needed support, and she's shifting from a traditional salon, and she's bringing in like facialists, she's bringing in some massage, she's bringing in some more spa-like energies because that's aligned with who she is and where she's going. And so this week we just had this big boon of a cycle up that they just experienced that we got to celebrate. And then I talked to her about next year, and we looked at when she wants to go on vacation, for example, when she wants to do some special product launches, when she wants to introduce a new service, and all those things will be aligned. And what she told me was hilarious. She said, last year I didn't really listen to you about, the vacation piece, Kim. And you know what? We got caught in XYZ, things. And she said, so tell me, give me the exact dates. I want to know. Right.
oh
So
my
that
gosh.
I just adore, because that's
Yeah.
validation that yes, we can do all the business things, but the astrology does come in, and it comes in useful ways. It doesn't have to be airy fairy, like, oh, the stars are doing whatever. It's like, well,
Yeah.
what does that mean for me?
Right. Very customized is what I'm hearing because it's about them and their well-being or their being, I guess you could say, right? About them particularly.
Absolutely. And we also go into the astrology of the business itself. So
Mhm.
there's another client that I have that I think this was last week, that she is really stepping up. So when she came to us, she was about at that 500,000. She had a very small team. Her business was very deep, but it was very narrow. And so I,
Mm.
of course, went into her stars and went into her energies, and her using her power and really stepping into it was one of her blocks. And
Oh,
so we identified that, we help her release it. And so now she just told us this week that she's rounding into that 7 figures. I'm so excited for her. She's
wow.
got
That's
24 people on her
exciting.
staff. Yeah, exactly. This is just in like 18 months. And 24 people on her staff. She's now leveling up. She's going to be doing things. We tipped her business on its side, and we came up with multiple strategies and multiple channels for her. And so she's just joined this very high-end mastermind. I mean, we're talking like crazy high-end mastermind. And
Yeah.
she's ready to walk in there and to be herself and to be in command of her own authority so that she can meet them peer to peer.
Yeah. So she really did step up. I mean, it sounds like, I mean, to do that kind of leveling up, it takes some big steps and, things that need to be accomplished before you can even get to that level or that
Absolutely.
point.
Absolutely. And we're right there to support our one-on-one clients, right? So we're there. We have Voxer support. We meet with them. And when I say we, I have a team of a leadership team that there is now 6 of us that we do this work. We work together. We work separately. However, it's best serving our clients. But I'm super excited because can I say what we're launching? That's brand new.
Absolutely.
So this is for everybody. This is for everybody that just wants to take a peek. They just want to step in. We're doing 2 things. We're doing our annual forecast at the top of the year, but we are going to charge $7 for that live event because we're going to donate it to charity.
Oh,
Right? Because don't you think it's so busy? And so we get a lot of people that sign up for things, and when it's gratis, they don't remember. And so we want to have import there. I've written a 35-page ebook. We're doing the live event. We're going to do a gorgeous ritual to help you step into power.
wow.
And again, we're gifting to charity. It's Women for Women International that help
That's
women in crisis situation, and they stay beyond that crisis, and they help women with their financial, resources and help them find jobs and things. So really, really near and dear to our heart, empowering women. But this is what I'm super excited about. And this is what we launched today.
Oh my goodness. Now, how do people register for that, Kim? Because
it's getmy2023forecast.com. We wanted to make it really easy.
All right. Yeah, and we'll make sure that we put that in the show notes too, because I definitely want to make sure people know about that.
Yeah, and my forecast, we've done this years and years, and thousands of people come, and we just did a press release over 460, I think we are at. Media outlets picked it up. That's about our norm. So that's really exciting too. So that's a not to miss event. And you can always catch the replay, of course, because, life is busy. But what we're announcing, we've never done this before. We're offering an annual Star Pass is what we're calling it for 2023. It starts at the top of the year. We're going to meet with you 4 times during the year. We're going to have like a workbook, like to build your success map through the stars, to give you your retrograde survival kit so you can actually move forward during those times, to make it recession proof, which I'm really excited about, and then to help you manifest like a so super fun. Guess how much it is?
Okay. What's that magic number?
$77.
That's it for 4. Oh my gosh, that is phenomenal. That is such a deal. So I'm seeing that 777, and today is the 7th. So that really is. Yeah. And it's really fascinating, Kim. I think the intuitive work that you do, and I would love for people to know, the intuitive work that you do. What is it that really fuels you to be doing this work?
Well, and that's an excellent question, because I closed down a very successful traditional business strategy firm. I was telling my clients, you don't need us. You can do this by yourself, right? And so what was happening? My soul was saying, hello, you need to come out as an intuitive. You need to come out of that intuitive closet. It's about time that you front faced with astrology or even intuition, but astrology came forward more. Probably. And so I did. And it was I would love to say that it was easy. That would be a lie. It was not easy. I had to reveal the layers and really then keep stepping out and stepping out. But when I did, it was the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. I will tell you that we had
COVID. when COVID was just coming out.
Right before that. And I had predicted
Before.
it. And yes, I had predicted it, back in 2019. And,
Wow.
I had told the exact month of it. So I knew what was happening. So I obviously came out in a virtual way because I knew that was going to be important. But it's
Yeah.
amazing, Shelley. Once I decided to do that and really step into my calling, I
Mhm.
went from, in this business, it was like $30,000 in 2019. It was crazy. We have
Oh
had
my,
400% growth in the last 3 years.
wow,
Yeah.
400% growth. That's
Mhm.
incredible. I mean, even the clients that you mentioned that you're working with, they're not small teams. I mean, the one team had 24, and here you're working with clients. I'm from California, and you mentioned the salon is here in California. So you're not located in California. You're somewhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we do everything virtually because we can.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I can read your energy. We can do healing facilitation. We can do all the strategy. We can do all the oracle through the astrology, and we meet in Zoom or Teams or wherever you want to meet. And we meet
Yeah.
with you as the the CEO, or we meet with your leadership team, or we meet with your team, or a lot of times we meet with spouses too, because we
Yeah.
do the personal as well as the professional. So yeah, it's awesome. I used to fly all over the country and the world, Shelley. I don't have to leave. It's amazing.
Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, and you could be so much more productive, and I think too, because you kind of feel things and you're intuitive, people probably think, well, gosh, you need to be in person, but you really don't, because I think you can even sense the energy from me, I'm sure,
Mhm.
during this interview, and that's important when you can read people and understand to know how to support them and provide solutions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, for me, like, I will not go into somebody's energy and read it unless I'm invited. Right. So
Yeah.
that's always a blissful thing to think about. Like, so a lot of people go, "Phew." I've had so many folks say to me, like,
Oh gosh, you could read minds, right? Oh,
"Kind of low key can, but we don't really talk about that."
yeah. Oh my gosh. It's fun though, because you talked about the stars, before we went on the broadcast, we talked about, okay, let's kind of reveal some of that stuff. Not that we're going to go through all 12 months,
Yeah.
and if we could focus, maybe because I am a Sagittarius,
Ooh.
a bit on that would be helpful for all the other Sagittarius, and we're still in Sagittarius. So
Yes.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's why we want to take advantage of the Sagittarian energy, because Sagittarian is big, lofty. That's where the wishes and dreams come in, right? So it's a fiery energy. It has the backing of Jupiter, which is your good luck charm, right? So that's why we did something today with our invitation only to our alumni and our clients.
Yeah.
However, for everybody, you can take advantage. The 21st and the 22nd of December are amazing energies as well. So you might want to take advantage of that. And then when we look at 2023, when you look at the months, the top of the year is the most forward moving. So if you're thinking of launching something, you're thinking of like really taking advantage of growth, January, February, and June are those months to really focus on that. Doesn't matter what your sign is. That's where you want to focus.
Yeah.
To the months to not do that. And it's okay if you have things going on. It's okay if there's already things in motion. What we do is like plant things beforehand so you can avoid the kind of like the slower moving energies. March is going to be your major sticking point this year. July is going to be a wrangle, and then there's going to be like a pullback of energy starting in the fall. So if you're thinking about planning your year, that's really good to know.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you want me to dive into some of the like from the element perspective and like look at some So let's
Absolutely. We want as much as you'll share.
all the things, right? So okay, so for the fire signs, which that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I started with you. So the fire signs, you're going to feel that the theme of the year is power. So you're going to feel aligned with that. It's going to feel really, really like typical. It's going to feel like, oh, I get this. I understand how to walk in this energy. Excuse me.
Yeah.
What you're going to be watchful for, though, is like the watery times, which start in March. And so that's where you're going to want to be like, okay, I want to put things in place before that, because then it's going to be helped for the rest of the year. So the other thing is in August, you're going to be mindful of, you're going to want to have some depth and some pillars in place so you can navigate around, because you're not going to have that validation from the outside world so much. And we love you, fire signs, but you need that.
No, that is so cool that you can really forecast that because, it's something that's a gift and it's something that I think not a lot of people are able to do or to, even manifest because it's something that is within. And, when you look at yourself, Kim, and you talked about being, your company where you grew 400%. What do you think attributes to that the most? Because that is significant growth. And I want to applaud you for that. I mean, that is remarkable.
Yeah. I think, it's interesting because I'll get feedback from others on this too, where
Yeah.
I'm tenacious. I will dream big. Like I'm a strategist. I'm always
Yeah.
at 30,000 feet, just looking at it from a different viewpoint. And if there's an obstacle there, I'm looking at how to overcome it. If there's a block, I'm
Yeah.
looking to remove it. And I'll take the team, I'll inspire the team to follow,
Yeah.
or inspire the marketplace or whomever is in the audience. But it's tenacious. Like I am not going to give up. It's just not going to
Yeah.
happen.
So you're driven, you're creative, and you've got this incredible energy.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see, and I'm not as intuitive as you are, but I think it's nice when you can feel that from other people and it helps to bridge, where you can collaborate and do other things with other business owners or people that you can meet on LinkedIn. Or I think that's how we met, was through LinkedIn. And I had to have you on the show because I was so intrigued by what you do. And I want to remind our guests, we're actually talking to Kim Woods today, and she is a business strategist, and she is doing a lot of intuitive work and a master astrologer. So, one thing that I would love to do, Kim, is have people, know where they can find you. And I know you do periodic videos on LinkedIn. Are those a certain time of the week, or can you enlighten us on that?
Every Monday, I do a weekly forecast, and it's
Okay.
on LinkedIn at some point in Monday. We shoot for the morning. It doesn't always happen in the morning, but it will be there on Monday, and they're less than a minute. That's the goal.
Oh, yeah. And I know when I watched it, I'm like, oh, I want to see more. So I had to go back and look up more. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm just so intrigued because it's just so, the way you do it is just so eloquent, and I think that it's exciting to have someone out, like you, who's really getting out there and sharing and helping other people. And as far as your programs, very affordable. And I think, that's something that people should really look into. And we'll make sure that the links are included in this broadcast. But I want to find out, Kim, if you really had to kind of leave something with our audience and really empower them, what would you like to share?
I would love to share that each one of you is unique. Each one of you has power. Each one of you has unlimited potential. And in these Sagittarian weeks that we have left, we have a few weeks. If
Yeah.
you can find a moment to tap into that, to remember, because this has been a long year. I don't know if it's been a long, but it's been a long year, right? It's been
Yeah.
stacked on a few other years that were really long too, right? So
Oh,
so
wow.
taking a minute or two to pen to paper and just think about three things. We're going to make you think about three things that you're really proud of. Like three things that you're like, yeah, you know what? I am awesome sauce at this. That will help you bring your energy up. And then I would love you to think of three wishes for 2023. And in
Oh,
this Sagittarian energy, you can zoot them up, right? And what does that mean? You can look at them and you can say, okay, dream about this. You can do a little bit further if you want to meditate on that. If you want to do, something about, you take a walk and you really just let them open. Those are things that you can do.
oh.
It can bring this energy into your world.
Yeah, oh, I love all this, and I'm definitely going to keep following you, and I want to look into your program, and the program that you just launched today. We'll make sure that link is in this broadcast so people can really be part of it because I think it's very reasonable and it's for a great cause too.
It is
So
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Well, gosh, Kim, it's been wonderful having you on the show. And I have to say it was exciting and I wish we had more time. So I have to have you back for maybe part two, early in the year, just to see how the stars are aligning, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But thank you so much for, gracing us with your wisdom and being here. And we want to wish everyone a very happy holiday season, no matter what, what, event that you're celebrating, Christmas, and we also have Hanukkah and all the other wonderful holidays that people celebrate around the world. So Kim, again, thank you for being our guest, and we want to thank our audience. Please subscribe to Luminary Leaders Live on YouTube so that you can see wonderful people like Kim and meet them firsthand and hear what they have to say. So we will definitely catch you next time. And Kim, have a wonderful holiday season, and we'll stay in touch.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Shelley.
Thank you.